Hello friends, I am Mohammad Farhan studying in 10th standard. Today my topic is nutrition taken from biology subject. Before entering into the topic, I would like to request you please like, share and subscribe my channel. So what do you mean by nutrition? It is a method in which the food is consumed by the organisms and utilizing the nutrients from the food. It means the organism will consume the food and then they convert the food into the nutrients. So this is the definition of nutrition. Intake of food and converting it into energy. In the process of nutrition, the food is taken inside and then it is converted into the energy. Discovered by Anthony Lavoisier in the year of 1770. This nutrition was discovered by Anthony Lavoisier, scientist, in the year of 1770. So this is the definition of nutrition. In this nutrition, it is divided into two parts. The first one is autotrophic nutrition. And the second one is heterotrophic nutrition. So these are the two parts in the nutrition, autotrophic and heterotrophic. What is autotrophic nutrition? In this autotrophic nutrition, the plant will prepare their own food. Plant will prepare the food themselves. It means the autotrophic plants does not depend on others for their food. They prepare their own food. They know how to prepare the food. And the second point is they do not depend on others. They do not depend on others for their food. This is the definition of autotrophic nutrition. The second one is heterotrophic nutrition. The definition for heterotrophic nutrition is organisms depend on others for their food. They can't make the food by themselves. Organisms can't make the food themselves. Organisms can't make the food themselves. It means they depend on others for their food. They don't know how to prepare the food. So the next point is they depend on others for the food. So this is the definition for heterotrophic nutrition. There are certain examples in autotrophic nutrition. Examples. The first one in autotrophic nutrition is plants. Plants and blue-green algae. Blue-green algae is also known as cyanobacteria. So these are the two examples for autotrophic nutrition: plants and blue-green algae, cyanobacteria. And the examples for heterotrophic nutrition is animals. Why animals? Because they can't prepare their own food. They depend on others for their food. And the second one example is algae and fungi. So these are the three examples for heterotrophic nutrition: animals, algae, and fungi. These are the two parts in nutrition: autotrophic and heterotrophic. Now we will enter into the activities. So after nutrition, there is an activity: presence of starch in leaves. Starch means it is a type of carbohydrates. So we have to prove that starch is present in the leaves. For this activity, we have to take a test tube. In this test tube, we have to put a leaf. Leaf with some water. Water, not methylated spirit. This is the leaf with methylated spirit in a test tube. After this, we have to put this test tube in a beaker. And we have to fill the beaker with water. So after applying this setup, we have to put a stand. These are all materials you can find in the medical shop. This is tripod stand, and above this tripod stand we have to apply a gauze, asbestos gauze. What is this? This is a beaker. This is a test tube. And this is a leaf. These are the material required to prove presence of starch. This is methylated spirit. This is water. We have to boil the boiling water. We have to boil the water by using a burner. What is that burner? Bunsen burner. This is asbestos gauze. For support, we need this. And this is the stand, tripod stand. And this is Bunsen burner. So these are the materials required for this activity. First, we have to take a leaf with methylated spirit in a test tube. After, we have to keep the test tube in a beaker containing water. We have to put this setup in a tripod stand, and we have to give the support to beaker. So we have to put a asbestos gauze with Bunsen burner, so the water can boil. After taking this, after few hours, we have to take the leaf outside carefully. When we take it carefully, with using a brush, we have to take a petri dish. This is a petri dish, and we have to keep the leaf in this petri dish. After keeping this leaf in a petri dish, we have to apply some iodine solution. This is the iodine solution. After applying this iodine solution into the leaf will convert into bluish black color. This is iodine solution. And this is petri dish. When we apply iodine solution into the leaf converts into bluish black color. This shows that the leaf contains presence of starch in leaves. After doing this activity, the conclusion is the leaf turns into bluish black color. It concludes that the starch is present in that leaf. So this is the first activity. The second activity is here. The second activity is oxygen is produced during photosynthesis in the presence of lights. It means when the process of photosynthesis takes place, the oxygen is produced in the presence of light, because photosynthesis always takes in the presence of sunlight. So first we have to take some materials. The first one is beaker. We have to take a beaker. Again, we have to put a hydrilla plant. Hydrilla plant inside the beaker. Not inside the beaker, we have to again take a test tube. Here we have to take a test tube. Here we have to take a test tube, and here the oxygen will get produced. Hydrilla plant, this is test tube. This is a beaker. This is a hydrilla plant. And this is a test tube. Here the oxygen will get produced. Here we have to take water inside the beaker, so that the oxygen will get produced. This is water. After taking this setup, we have to take a hydrilla plant inside a test tube, and we have to take a beaker with water, and again we have to put the test tube inside the beaker. When we put this, after some time, we will observe that the bubbles will come out from this hydrilla plant. This is the oxygen gas. We don't know this is oxygen gas. After test, we will know that this is oxygen. So after this, we have to take incense stick or match stick. Incense stick or match stick. After taking this, we have to insert this incense stick and or matchstick inside the test tube. When we will insert this, we will notice that it burns into the flames. Burst into flames. It means when we insert this incense stick, pop sound will come from this test tube. Pop sound. When this gas bursts into flames, we can say that oxygen gas is liberated from this hydrilla plant. So this is the experiment. Oxygen is produced during photosynthesis in the presence of lights, and the another name for this activity is hydrilla experiment. Why hydrilla experiment? Because this experiment was used by hydrilla plant. The oxygen will be liberated from the hydrilla plant, so this experiment is also known as hydrilla experiment. Now I will explain you light dependent reaction and independent reactions. First one is light dependent reactions. Light dependent reaction. This light dependent reaction takes place only in the presence of light. It means When it is dark, the light dependent reaction does not take place. Takes place in the presence of light. In the presence of light. And the second point is light dependent reactions. Light dependent reaction. In this light dependent reaction, this is also known as photochemical phase. Photochemical phase. In this light dependent reactions, there are some end products ATP and NADPH. ATP means adenosyl triphosphate and NADPH are the end products in the light dependent reactions. End product means in this reaction there are some end products in the last of this reaction. ATP and NADPH are the end products. Next one is photolysis occurs in this stage. Photolysis occurs in this stage. It means when light dependent reaction takes place, the photolysis also occurs in this stage. Now the second one is light independent reactions. Light independent reactions. It means there are two reactions, light dependent and light independent. This light independent reaction takes place whether there is presence of light or absence of light. It means it can take place in the presence of light or in dark also. Takes place in the presence or absence of light. It means it does not depend on light. And this light independent reaction is also known as biosynthetic phase. Light dependent photochemical, light independent biosynthetic. Biosynthetic phase. And the next point for light independent reaction is glucose is the end product. Here there are two end products, ATP and NADPH. But in light independent there is one, that is glucose. Glucose is the end product. Now the last point is carbon fixation occurs in this stage, or carbon fixation occurs in this reaction. So these are the two reactions, light dependent and light independent. In the next video I will explain you about the malnutrition and another parts between protein malnutrition and calorie malnutrition. Hope you guys understand. Thank you.